She's like, damn, I didn't know you were such a smooth talker. Yo, get out of here. Man, X stonks are through the roof these past few weeks. Holy shit, bro. Oh, where the is X? We need him to turn him into a frame. Loli's down below. Hey, nice, do a flip. Somewhere out there, Loli was standing, looking up at Nice, saying, please, for the love of God, do a flip on your way down. I mean, I said it last week, Nice is without a doubt one of the most tragic characters in this show, but I'm right there with Loli, man. Do a goddamn flip. Though you have to say one thing about, if you gotta give praise to Rock for one thing, morally he's slightly better than this douchebag. But he comes to you, I'm being corrupted by fear. You're lower than a dog. Be gone. Make sure you drop a like though, show your support on this video, subscribe if you're new around your Patreon so you can catch those full live reactions and exclusives if you want to help fund the channel. So, I have to be honest, the dog episode was probably my least anticipated out of any of them, because all the episodes were revealed from the beginning. We knew the chart, we knew the plan, how many episodes everyone was getting, and I was like, hey, you know, dog sounds cool. I've seen plenty of superhero stories have talking dogs and, you know, dogs with abilities. So yeah, like, I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm sure, but that wasn't, like, if anything, I think the Tower episode was my most anticipated, because I didn't know what they were gonna do with it. And I know I've been saying this recently a lot, but I really think the second half of the show just has excelled for me. So, this might be my favorite episode. The thing, too, is it's a shame because out of all of the episodes that I've seen, I think this is the character I am most salty didn't have an entire show just for themselves. Like, if this show would have been reworked with a talking dog with the smoothest buttery voice I've heard, and everyone else is kind of the supporting cast around him, I would have been okay with that, man. Like, you know I love X. X is just a built different aura farming king. Like, aura farming doesn't even do him justice. But there's something about this dog that I enjoy. And they had me going a lot, man. Like, at least twice, but I think 3 times, I was like, oh, that little girl gonna die. I don't remember if we've seen anything really other than just his little poster image building into this. So I couldn't remember if this girl made it to present day or not. Either way, the idea of just someone being like, I want to protect my town, my little group of people, right? Because it seems like they were trying to buy out the residents so they could do whatever construction, blah, blah, blah. And she wanted to find a way to stop them. She loved the dog when she was a kid because it was used as a circus animal. Gonna promote it as a hero. Basically, smartest kid probably in this city because she understands how the world works. If enough people believed in the dog the way she does, then it will ultimately become a hero. To be honest, I was actually kind of expecting the voice, because we heard its voice from minute 1, but it obviously couldn't talk out loud. I really thought it was going to be a case of, like, it would never talk, but just continue to gain aura farming points. But it was really nice seeing her not only talking to the media, but obviously the girl as well. But it's like, the unique art style they did, I love the 2D presentation choice. It felt a lot more comic booky, and also it just let a lot of, like, characters that we've seen before pop in ways that we didn't. Like, Nice's breakdown at the end, we've seen Nice in 3D breakdown, we've seen him in 2D breakdown, but there was something about the style they chose for this episode and this story that made his emotional anguish hit so much harder that he was, like, literally losing his mind because his life sucks, but also because fear was taking over him. To be called lower than a dog in that moment, you felt like you were the one being insulted. Whether you loved Nice, hated Nice, in between, I think everyone universally probably had a similar emotion in that moment. And I should have seen it coming, but I think what works brilliantly about X is he's just an average salaryman, and when you shift art styles, I was like, I just thought it was some dude buying a Coca-Cola at a vending machine. He turned them into graffiti, bro. Like, X is the type of guy who I'm fully convinced could just snap and erase them from existence. But instead, he has fun. He's like, oh, graffiti on the walls. That sounds like fun. Anyway, I'm gonna fight you guys. Like, he just does it for the lulz, and I kind of love it. And I'm sure Rock's out there thinking, because at the end of last episode, he's like, I know what to do. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Guy got bodied 15 times in his life and just doesn't know when to quit. He probably thinks if we cut his hands off, X has no abilities. And I don't believe that. While it does seem like he snaps, because everyone keeps saying it, they hear the snap. I guarantee you he can clap with his ass and probably manipulate reality. Do you really think my boy is limited to just his fingers? Don't you dare underestimate X like that. He gonna clap them cheeks and he's gonna manipulate reality. And I'm only half joking. I feel like if he really wanted to, he probably could. But either way, the idea of one episode for a character. I think, thinking of all the characters that we've seen in this show, who's probably the character that it works the most for? Because naturally people are going to be interested in an animal. I'm not even a dog person, but it immediately hooks with me, right? Immediately you care. You see this animal get beat up like 20 times. Like, I think this episode probably had the most animal brutality for a singular animal that I've seen in years. So you get infuriated. And the idea of a circus animal, something that people can relate to, because so many and most of the circus animals that are used for people's entertainment are treated horribly, you immediately are connected to it. To the idea of a girl saving, and just immediately, like, the little girl saving abused animal is just a universally accepted plot line that you don't need a ton of time to care for. So you immediately are like, I like this. And the dog is like a mafia boss. He wears a tie and a hat. It's just, he's awesome. And just, this is the kind of episode that you could have had no voice acting and got across similar emotion. It's that good. Obviously, it helps that I really like the art style. It helps that everything is now finally coming full circle. Next episode will probably break the internet. I looked at the rankings this morning, and Loli got pushed out. Who surpassed her? Pretty impressive for a pup. And if last week is any indication, X's boost in popularity last week was insane. The fact that he still had relevance in this episode means his popularity going to skyrocket again. And what's going to happen is we're going to leave season 1 with him having a number we didn't even think possible for trust value via voting of the public fandom here. This show has probably been the most fun to follow weekly for me, potentially ever. Like, this has been a great show, a great time, and I'm very sad we didn't have an entire season just of this pooch, but I'm even more sad that we didn't have a Superman crypto dynamic with X in him. That would have been fantastic. Hey, but season 2, baby. In season 2, do we trust? Let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here. Patreon is, of course, where we catch those full live reactions and other exclusives like I like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today we got C, Dennis Jansen, Colton Nutter, James Reinhardt, Abraham Volkwitz, DX, FBI, Old Do, Just a Micro, Lorena Frazier, and we also have Moose. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Have a good one.